guys, my name is Abby and I'm a sophomore at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a neuroscience major and I'm also a niche ambassador. And today I'm going to be talking about how I study for my midterms this week. So the midterm I'm going to be focusing on in particular in this video is my MBB 201 exam and how I studied for it. So this class is a core class for my neuroscience major and it focuses a lot on behavior and primate and evolution. So I have a lot of study methods in particular for this course because it is very content heavy and definition heavy. They test on very minute details and there are a lot of terms that they go over in a short amount of time. So my first method of studying is that during class, I take notes on a notebook with a pencil or a pen. This is because I have a professor who does not allow computers in the class unless you sit in the front, and I tend to sit in the middle, so I don't really bring my laptop there. Um, while he's going through the lecture, I'll write in my notebook. And then after lecture, I will tend to rewatch the lecture because he records them. And I will transfer my notes into Notion. So Notion.com is a really helpful tool to organize your notes. I like how you can put in different colors, different diagrams. And they also have a lot of other features. I can walk you through this right now really quickly. So if you press slash, there's a lot of different features. You can make bullet notes, you can make numbered lists, you can make quotes, dividers, links to other pages, call outs, which look like this for important ideas. You can add images. And there's even like huge templates that they have for you, like these galleries. So you can like go to other pages and make other note pages and link them. And so after I make a note page of my lecture on Notion, I tend to add diagrams so it's easier to understand. Sometimes written definitions for a word may be hard to visualize. So I really like to color code, first of all, to make it easier to transfer to Quizlet later. And second of all, so I can save time while I'm studying for the midterm in the weeks to come. So after I make this page for a lecture note, I will make a Quizlet. So I really like Quizlet for these types of courses where there's a lot of like definitions and words that you need to know because you can just practice repetition. I think repetition is key for these courses where there's not a lot of like deeper concepts. It's more just like, do you know like when this happened or like what this animal is and its characteristics. So my method for Quizlet, especially before exams, is I would try to memorize 5 terms at one time in like a clump. So I will try to memorize these 5 terms and then go back to the beginning. If I mess up on one of the 5 definitions, then I'll start from the beginning. If I don't mess up on the 5 definitions, I will keep going to the first 10. And I treat every 10 cards as like a little checkpoint. So if I get the 10 cards correct, then I can move on to the next 10. If I do not get the first 10 cards correct, I will start from the beginning and focus on those 10. I think it's really important to divide your work into small groups because first of all, it makes it easier to digest. And second of all, you can really focus on what is not sitting in your brain and make sure you memorize it. One tool that I really like is that you can star flashcards that in particular have given you trouble. So these are the ones that I go back to most frequently, especially right before the exam, if I just need to go over those terms that have previously like slipped my mind, and I have them all bookmarked here. And one last thing that I really like to do before midterms is I like to make diagrams on my iPad. So for this course in this lecture, we had to learn all of like the genuses and like the families and the superfamilies and the infraorders of many of the primates that are discussed in the class. So it can get a little confusing. So what I did is I created a family tree of sorts. And what I would keep doing is I would try to make this chart from scratch and then compare it to my original chart. And by writing it out, you're testing your recall and your memorization. So it really helped me understand the lineages and also helped me remember which monkeys belong to which characteristics, which apes belong to which characteristics. And also, instead of like scrolling through your notes or scrolling through your Quizlet, just having a diagram like this is so handy when you just need to like take a quick peek. And I think my exam went really well, and I hope that you find these tips really helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you guys have a good exam season if you have any exams coming up.